I just had my 36-week appointment. And the biggest concern was that my placenta was not moved far enough. So we were finding out if I was going to have a C-section, which I don't. So that's awesome. And everything looks amazing with Jamie. He's growing wonderfully. So that's fabulous. My child, however, just threw a fit for the entire time we were in there, like screaming bloody murder. Holy cow. I asked them if they had a replacement service, but that's kind of rude. I also asked if they would just tie my tubes when I was done, but they weren't for that either. And right now I can't vent to my best friend or my husband about how horrible of a trip that was. So you guys just get me. It's a nightmare. Having a 2-year-old is a nightmare. Like full on crazy train nightmare. Like why? Why do they do the things they do? They make no logical sense. None. No logic. They have no logic. They just do. And then you're sitting there going, why the hell are you throwing a fit like this for hours? Hours. You know what they're screaming? More sucker. More sucker. Well, I didn't even intend for you to get a sucker in the first place, but no, you snuck and you got it and you hid it from me. Oh my gosh. I'm a little scared to have another kid. Just a little bit. Because I'm not doing so well. Not doing so well. I'm hot. I have a sinus infection. A sinus infection from hell right now. And I'm hot. Did I mention I'm hot? It's in the 90s today. It's in the 90s today. I have the stomach that's the size of a giant watermelon, and it's in the 90s today. In the 90s. And my child I've had to carry all day long because he won't keep on his dang shoes for the 500th time. I don't know how people have lots of children, because God bless their souls, because I have 1 and 2/3. And 2/3. And I'm barely making it. Barely. This is just, they let me go home with this child. They let me go home with him. And now they're going to let me go home with another one in 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. They're going to let me go home with another one. Knowing the one I have at home. They don't know my husband, but they know the other one I have at home, because everyone in that doctor's office tried to help me today. Every single one. My midwife tried to help me. All the nurses tried to help me. Anyone tried to help me calm my child down who was out of freaking control. And they're going to let me take home another one. I don't even know what to say. All I know is this is hard. This is hard. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Some days I just want to go back to work. I just want to go back to work and give my child to somebody else for the day. Because that's heaven. That's heaven. I would like to work because my child is hard. That's my trial in life. We talk about mom shaming and mom issues, and this is mine. And maybe, like, there are some of you that might be able to relate, or some of you are like, oh my gosh, I'd love to be home with my child, which is wonderful. But for me, this is my trial, my challenge in life. And I'm not really sure why it was given to me. In 4 weeks, I'm going to have another one. And I should be excited, but I'm honestly more terrified than I am excited. Because I'm struggling so much. So if you could just like pray for me, pray that my child and I make it through this week. Because having a sinus infection and a 2-year-old and being giantly pregnant and it's 90 degrees outside. I can do hard things. It just doesn't sound very convincing when when I say it in that tone. Patience.